All right, all right, all right, all right, all right. What's up with y'all? Listen, y'all come on in, come on in, come on in. Listen, Miss Gloria, this one is for you, baby. Listen, Miss Gloria, this one is for you, baby. This one is for you, honey, because I wasn't gonna go live, but I had to cut up for. Listen. First and foremost, I want to thank each and every one of you for coming in, taking time out, stopping doing what you're doing, or if you are in the middle of doing something and you just listening in. I appreciate you for being here, okay? Miss Sweet Tea, what it do? You already laughing, you already know. Perfectly imperfect. Hey, darling, Miss Rashida, Miss Pam, Miss Daisy, Miss Tender Teaser. How you doing? Tamika Everett, Inga, Miss Yolanda, and Miss Yolanda. Two Miss Yolandas, Holloway and Tucker. Miss Gloria, Miss Carla, Miss Dreamer, Jazzy. Did I say Jazzy? Dimitri, Tanya, and Asia. Am I pronouncing it right? Shalom. I hope I am, because I keep pronouncing your name all type of different ways. Please don't mind me, because I be seeing people saying Asia or Aisha, so I don't know how you pronouncing it, baby. Miss Queen, Sage Hips, what it do? What it do, Tamika? What it do? What it do? Y'all listen. Listen, I hope Amora don't mind me playing her little snippet, right? I hope Amora don't mind me playing her song. Because, baby, that song, that song had me working overtime today. Okay? That song had me working overtime, right? I mean, I got calls ever since last night, baby. I had already told the cold team, listen, we gonna have an abundance coming in, right? And they was like, why you gonna have an abundance coming in? I say, man, listen, I told you about this lady named Amora on YouTube, and that lady got, that lady got a genuine support, man. And when they pour into her, right? But I say, when you got people that really rock with you, that really, really love you, that really show you support, there's always going to be a hater somewhere in the midst, right? So this is what I told my colleagues, right? I said, but there's always going to be a hater, right? But when the hate overrides, the jealousy, the envy is sets in. When you see envy, when you see jealousy done turn into envy, honestly and truly, y'all, and believe it or not, when envy consumes people, it do make them sick. Believe it or not, whether we see it physically, medically, or mentally, it do make them sick. Okay, so, and I told my colleague, and I said, man, you might as well just open up this ER wide open, because baby, they coming in hot and heavy, and they was coming in ever since last night. I got a call where one of them was out driving and missed her whole turn. Listen, one of them was driving and missed her whole turn. Okay, she missed her whole turn. Okay, she missed it. At this point, I'm gonna need backup. And now I know there are other nurses that's in this sector, that supporters of Amora, or maybe you're in the healthcare field or whatever. I don't care. I need y'all help, because baby, listen, it's bad out here. We got people out here that are signing themselves out, doing AMAs. Some of them are just plain out non-compliant. It's one on right now. We don't know whether we're going to do a stray jacket for or go ahead and do a whole complete Baker's Act on them because they out of control. I was told they are literally crashing out. Literally. I don't know why. I don't know why. Listen, I don't understand. I really don't understand. I don't get it. Can y'all tell me what's really going on? Can y'all really tell me? Can y'all tell me? That's the only thing I can think of. How you doing, Miss Pam? That's the only thing I can think of. Miss Jamie, how you doing? Listen. They lost count, baby. Let me tell you something. This song is a trigger, okay? Listen. That song is a trigger. When they had that beat drop, baby, it make their heart drop. It literally make their heart drop. You hear me? What's up? What's up, Cancer? It literally make their heart drop. Yeah, y'all got to go wake up 200 probably working, 200, I don't know, 200 probably working. But listen, at the end of the day, that song done caused them to have palpitations, baby. Listen, first and foremost, I want to say this, y'all. I'm leaving work, so y'all know how I get. For anybody that's coming in, I'm pulling off. But for anybody coming in, if I don't get to shout you out, take it for love. If I get to a caution light or stop light, I will try to look down at my chat. But I want to say this. All jokes aside, I want to say this. Okay? I'm going to cut it, but I'm going to be serious at the same time. Okay? Last night was complete, utterly love, epic, genuine, loyalty. That's how you show up and you show out. Okay? That's how you show up and you show out. And guess what? It don't even have to, even if Amora didn't even have a goal, right? Let's just say if she didn't even have a goal, y'all showed up. Y'all still love. Y'all still cared. That's what mattered. Donate, and that just put the icing on the cake. The cake was already made. The cake is already made. Y'all make up the ingredients in the cake. It was already made. It was already made. The donations just put the toppers on. It just ended the cake. Like, come on. That's how you show up. And not just monetarily. Y'all show up with love. Y'all sit here and see Amora embrace everybody. Everybody. Y'all witness to it. Y'all see it. She even tell y'all to go out. Hey, go out and support them or blah, 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 whatever y'all do. Show them love. Y'all was right there seeing it. And everybody turned their backs. They wanted to be bigger than the whole program. But y'all proved them wrong. And that's what's up. That's the way that things have been going in these past few weeks. Even with the whole Romika Holly situation, even with the whole backsliders and the sisters, even with all of that. Hey, Eileen girl. Even with all of that, Amora, and not only Amora, y'all as genuine supporters had to endure the backlash. You had to endure the disrespect. You had to endure the insults. Y'all had to endure all of that. All because y'all was being helpful. All because y'all was showing genuine support. For you to turn around and get slapped in the face. Y'all offered genuine, I say like that, support. All for you to be called names and all that good stuff. Like, who does that? But let me tell you something. You persevered through it all. And you showed them last night how it's supposed to be done. How it's supposed to be done. Because Amora didn't sit in that chat as far as when because I was in and out, okay? I think at the time she was breaking down whatever story with Holly and everything of that nature. She wasn't over there bashing nobody. She was breaking down her story, her commentary, like she always do. Can y'all hear me now? I had got a phone call. I'm sorry about that. I don't know why everybody wait to call me the minute I step outside of that building. Then the phone get to ring and ring and ring and ring and ring. Nobody don't call me while I'm working so that I can walk off the unit and so I can talk. Everybody wait to ring my phone after. Like, no. So yeah. So some people are afraid to leave out of this sector. They're afraid to lose a little bit of supporters, like I was mentioning before. Sometimes you got to lose, like Fantasia said, you got to lose to win again. A lot of us, we're afraid to lose. We're afraid to lose. And not knowing losing sometimes garnish you to win. It helps you win. Because when you're going through that losing season, God will move and pick out any weeds that's not supposed to be there. So just because people leave you when you enter your new season, that's not a loss. That's a win. You sitting here confused as to why a person acting like this or why they doing this and everything in your life, and you wonder like, God, just like now, all of us is confused on the situation, right? So now we looking like, well, dog, what's going on? What's happening? It's necessary. It's supposed to happen that way, y'all. Think about it. If it wouldn't have happened, y'all would have still been throwing colors, not knowing how this person genuinely felt about y'all. So it had needed to happen. Whether it needed to happen this way or not, that's God's design. That's his design. But if you pay attention. The views ain't viewing like that. As that person is really crashing out, the views is not viewing, okay? It's not viewing. It's not viewing. No matter how many apologies that are being brought out and sis this and sis that, and somebody miraculously already throwing one super chat to make up for all, make it to try to make up for all the other missed paintballs that are not there anymore. It was meant to happen. It was meant to happen. Oh, Cancer, I know she didn't. I know she didn't. It took her by surprise. I think it took everybody by surprise because everybody was just doing their thing. You know what I'm saying? And then everybody, it was like a domino effect. But God, that's how God designed things. We don't know. And we're not supposed to know. Only thing we're supposed to do is believe. Have faith that everything is going to be all right. That's all he asks us to do. He don't ask us to orchestrate how he's going to bless us. He don't ask us to do that. He'll tell you to take your hand off of it. I got it. He orchestrates. He designs how the way he's going to bless us. He knows when and where and how to bless us. He don't need our help when it's time for him to bless us. He don't need our help. Sometimes we can be in the way. Sometimes he got to pop us on the hand and say, move. I got this. I got this. He don't need our help when it's time for blessings. And you see how last night turned out? You see how last night turned out? That's how it's supposed to be. That's genuine love. And let me tell you something. That's what's up. There go my girl. Did they pull you off the main line? They pull you off the main line 200. I know they went and pull you off the main line, girl. Listen. What it do? What it do? What it do? Listen. At the end of the day, at the end of the day, you can't tell God how to bless you. When them blessings pour, when them blessings pour, it will always blow your mind because it's going to come when you least expect it. When you least expect it. And let me tell you something. That's why we have what we have now. That's why. Because it's not like that. Amora has genuine support. Y'all know it. Y'all know it. That's why so many coming and flocking over here trying to be under her wing. That's why. But God reveals. He reveals. He strips them of that mask that they come over here hiding behind. Exactly, Queen. Exactly. Exactly. Hey Kim, how you doing? Exactly, Queen. She and let me tell you something. Y'all don't even have to say nothing. If I was y'all, I wouldn't even enter any of her posts that she put on her community wall. I wouldn't even go on her chat no more. Let you sometimes you got to let an individual destroy themselves. Pay attention. Because I've been watching the numbers. The numbers ain't numbering like they was. Because people getting sick of it. Even the ones who's sitting over there trying to support her, they getting sick of it. They getting sick of it. Some of them ain't even commenting in the comment section no more. Because they getting tired of it. They getting tired of it. Pay attention. See, I told you I'm a very observant individual. I watch things. They getting sick of it. She did the same mess with LaTruth. Went on for damn 40 days and 52 nights. Carrying on with LaTruth. She did the same thing. Because she saw that it brought in views. But see, after a while, people got tired of hearing about it. So she had to go back into another avenue to say, hey, let me put my hand back in the cookie jar, because now people are tired of hearing this. The same way with this situation right here. See, let me tell you something. Not only last night affected her, the fact that other people came up on Amore's platform and gave her kudos for the whole GoFundMe. And I don't even want to get into that too much, okay? But even that was a trigger. Because at the end of the day, they don't want nobody to support Amore. Not they. She don't want nobody to support Amore. And a little bit of the Get Fresh crew that's there. You know, it ain't nothing but probably a good 5 of them. Let's be real. That's it. That's all. That's it. That's all. Hey, Miss Dakota. That's it. That's all. It ain't nothing but a good 5 of them. That's it. All the rest of them don't give a fuck. They just there just to be there. They don't care. They don't care. And frankly, they're getting tired of it. The numbers ain't numbering. Anytime you done had a live and you know that the numbers ain't hitting like you want you, so now you got to go back in and reshare that live. Ooh, you got to go back in and reshare that live, baby. It ain't hitting. It ain't hit like, hey, Slow Bus, what it do? What it do? BMZ, what it do, girl? How you doing? How you doing? Yeah, BMZ, she's definitely is. I mean, she's all over the place. Last night, I had to hear her pass the damn road, baby. She was so mad when that song came on, honey. She was, and then the thing about it, I think it was y'all kept going on and on and on and on and on, baby. And then the goal kept resetting. Every time that goal kept resetting, baby. Listen, y'all made that lady pass the road that she was supposed to turn on. Y'all made that lady pass the road, okay? Y'all made her all discombobulated. All discombobulated. Listen. When I went into the ER this morning, y'all, I even had one of them still had the phone up. The phone was open, y'all. And I'm telling you, it got so bad. One of them still had the phone open. And all you heard was
one of them still had the one of them still had the phone open, y'all. One of them still had their phone open. I literally had to pry it out of their hands. I literally had to. I literally had to. I literally had to pry it out of their hands. Cause I'm like, well, why are you in here? What's the chief complaint? And they was like, oh, they was hanging on the tree limb. And I say, what tree limb? And they say they was hanging on the tree limb. And I say, what tree limb y'all was hanging in at nighttime? What going on? What trees y'all swinging from at night? And they was like, no, we was on this lady live. And I mean, people was really throwing her super chats. I'm like, what is super chats? What you mean super? So y'all was hanging out in a tree and seeing somebody throwing super, what is super chats? And they was like, no, you don't get it, ma'am. You don't get it. I said, well, ma'am, you got to tell me better, because I really don't understand what you talking about, ma'am. So they was like, ma'am, you got to listen. You ain't listening, ma'am. We was hanging out in the tree. Well, on there, they call it the bushes. And I said, well, damn, y'all went from the tree to the bushes, so y'all jumped down out the tree into the bushes. And they was like, no, ma'am. Listen, ma'am, you got to listen. Just listen, ma'am. And I'm sitting there and I look at her for a little bit, because I was tapping my coworker on the knee to let them know that we need to go ahead and call a behavioral emergency response team, because they don't need no medicine. They need some psychiatric evaluations. That's what they need. We had the whole call a whole BERT. That if for those that's in the medical field, or y'all in the hospital, BERT. I don't know if y'all do that in other hospitals or whatever, but a BERT is a behavioral emergency response team. So I had to end up calling them, because I tapped my coworker. I said something ain't right. So for anybody, and it got so bad, y'all. I'm telling y'all, listen to the story. It got so bad. It got so bad where um I had to go into a meeting, right? And I had to go literally I had to go get the CEO. I didn't want to speak to no supervisors, no directors of nursing. I didn't even want to speak to the medical director. I wanted the top dog in the meeting. You hear me? I wanted the top dog, because we got to do something about this. I want the top dog in the meeting. I ain't wanted no little medical director or nothing. I want the top dog, because I kept asking them, what's the problem? What's wrong? Like, hey, Miss Rita, I say, what's going on? Why y'all like this? And they say, ma'am, we was just up in the tree. And I say, well, what did y'all stay in the tree all night? I said, well, no, you couldn't have stayed in the tree. At some point, you had to get down, because she said, ma'am, they was playing that song all night. And I said, what song? And they said they was playing that song, ma'am, and we saw all these cash apps. And I said, well, what the cash apps mean? Not the cash apps, but the super chats mean. And she said, ma'am, the super chats show money. It show how much money the people are giving the host. So I said, well, how y'all got in here? And she said, ma'am, we fell out the damn tree. I said, well, hold up. Wait a minute. Let me listen to the song that got y'all in here. And she said, ma'am. She said, ma'am, you ain't listening, ma'am. She said, ma'am, you're not listening. I said, well, ma'am, y'all not making sense. So you mean to tell me y'all up in a tree and then y'all fell in the bushes? So did y'all roll when y'all hit the ground? because I figured they rolled. They felt like some fire or something on their ass. So they had to roll. They had to stop, drop, and roll. And I said, ma'am, we ain't even intentionally drop out the tree. We didn't mean to drop out the tree. Hell, we saw all them super chats and we fell the fuck out. So I said, ma'am, let me know what type of song y'all was listening to. Please let me hear the song that, because she still had that damn phone gripped to her hand. So I said, ma'am, I said, well, let me listen to the song. And she said, wait a minute, ma'am. Hold up, ma'am. Let me let you listen to it. So I'm letting y'all listen to it. Listen, listen. So I say, well, ma'am, when y'all listen to that song, what does it do to y'all? And she said, ma'am, she said, I just fell out. I say, well, damn, that song just, she said, man, it's just not the song, but it's just so many people just was saying, and see, last night, it just was bad, ma'am. It was the worst I ever felt last night. And I say, why? Because she said it was so many that was dropping super chats, and we could not keep up. And I say, really? And she said, yes, ma'am. We couldn't even cap up. So we start passing out. I said, well, anybody was in there trying to, throw sheets on y'all? Because, baby, she said, man, we couldn't even get the sheets. It was so many of us falling out. I said, I see why, because we got all of y'all up in here. So, baby, let me tell y'all something. I went to my boss today, my boss, the head CEO, with two, not one cigarette, but two cigarettes in my mouth, okay? Because something got to be done by these patients. Mind you, we still got one on the loose. We still got one patient that's on the loose, okay? So if y'all see that patient, be very aware, okay? That patient right now is literally, I don't know if the patient got rabies or not, because that patient is running around here foaming out the mouth, spitting, eyes just bulging. I believe, listen, if y'all see it, please handle it with caution, okay? Please handle it with caution, okay? I need y'all to handle it with caution. Do not, I'm going to tell you that. Don't even handle it with caution. I need y'all to stay the fuck away, okay? Do not approach it because it's liable to bite y'all, okay? And we're not giving any more rabies vaccinations. We are looking for that, trying to put it down. We're trying to put it down. We're trying to put it down, okay? We're trying to put it down, put it on the sleep. Take it on history, okay? Because it's just too much. It's too much. Oh yeah, it is Ashley's fault. It's listen, Ashley and Amora, y'all two done got me working overtime today, okay? I done ran out of nasal cannulas. I don't have no more hearts on ice. None. 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 I had to send one in ICU, one in critical, and one we observing, because she kind of like, Then this we got the other couple of other two, they stable a little bit. They coming around. They coming around, but they borderline. And then we just got this one that's just on the loose. That one refused treatment. That one went out on an AMA. That one refused treatment. As y'all can see now, that one is straight out on the loose. Okay? Like I said, don't even approach it. Please don't. For y'all livelihood and for y'all safety, please do not approach it. Okay? Let us handle it. If I have to call the CDC, that's our next step. Okay? CDC or the WHO organization. And like I said, we already got the Baker's Act in effect. So we actively looking for it right now. We actively looking for it. Baker's Act has already been implemented. Okay? That's it. That's all we got. That's all we have. Okay, so anyway, y'all get in here, y'all hit that, smash that like button, smash it, smash it, smash it, smash it. Your girl is tired. I ain't tired, I'm tired. These motherfuckers don't work me today. Okay, they don't work me today. You ever try to tussle? You ever seen an animal that have rabies and you try to tussle with an animal that have rabies? Who is the World Health Organization, girl? Yes. We got to call who? We got to call who? I'm about to get Trump on the line. Okay, we about to get Trump on the line because man, that was a pandemic last night. A whole pandemic. A whole pandemic. All because of that music. All because of y'all. All because y'all dropping. Y'all made them people fall out the tree. They ain't fall into the chat. I'm gonna just fall out and roll into the bushes. Okay? They couldn't stand it no longer. Listen, I think by the time Amore hit that third goal, baby, they was out. They was out. Miss Pam, you heard it? You heard it? Did you? Miss Pam, did you heard? I'm telling you, that lady said she missed her turn because she was so busy listening to that music, baby. She heard that third, I believe it was about the third goal. It might have been the second one. Baby, listen. Homegirl missed her whole turn. That's just how discombobulated she was. Y'all. Y'all don't try that today. Y'all got to let me rest. Y'all got to let me rest. Baby, listen. 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 Because if they fall out the tree tonight, baby, they don't need. I ain't taking in no patience, baby. I'm gonna give them brown paper bags and let them blow into that. Okay? We gon' we gonna give them passing out brown paper bags. I ain't doing all that. I done ran out of nasal cannulas. I don't have no more. I done ran out of all supplies. I done talked to the CEO and let him know what's going on, baby. The church doors is shut. Okay? We ain't doing this no more. Hey, Miss Latanya, how you doing? The church doors is shut. We ain't helping nobody else. Listen, the church doors is shut. We done put chains on the ER door. Nobody else coming in. Mm-mm, mm-mm. No. It's sad. It's sad, y'all. It is sad. It is absolutely sad. How you doing, Miss Latanya? It is sad. Y'all, as I get more in tune with this StreamYard thing, I'm gonna try to start inviting people up on the platform and everything of that nature as we continue on to do more commentary. I like to have fun. For those that's coming in For those that's just watching me or just logging in and everything, y'all hit that like button. Send your girl a cash app if you want to. I'm more than welcome. Baby, they done work me like a dog today, okay? They done work me. They done work me. Say, listen, that what it do. They done work me today, okay? Like, comment, share, hit that cash app if y'all feeling good. I mean, I know y'all ain't coming through like, cause baby, I don't need no more. Listen, mm-mm. Listen, y'all. Miss Glory, listen, you got me up here. You, Miss Glory, I like to have fun, y'all. Listen, y'all take it for love. It's all love at the end of the day, baby. I like to have fun. You only get, you only get one chance at life. You have plenty lives because each day you wake up, hey Punky, each day you wake up, you are afforded another life. You live to see another day. So you're afforded many lives, but you only have one life. Okay? So at the end of the day, enjoy it. Have fun. I like to have fun. But I mean, I don't want to just raise kids, work, raise kids, work, raise kids, work. I like to have fun. You know what I'm saying? I like to have fun, y'all. I like to laugh. Laugh is good for your health. Laughter is good for your health. Laughter is good for your mental health. I don't like, thank you, Cancer. I don't like to walk around and be mad all the time. You know, that ain't gonna do nothing but mess with your. Can y'all still hear me? This is a phone call again. I had to end. Hey, Tia. How y'all doing? Can y'all still hear me? Okay. I just want to make sure I had a call. I had to disconnect. I say my phone get off the chain the minute they act like they can smell me when I get off because my phone do not ring like this all day. Like the minute I get off, there's all type of spam calling and everything calling. Yes, Tawana, how you doing? Yeah, laughter is good for the soul. Right, Latanya, it definitely do. It takes more muscles in your face to frown than it do to smile. Exactly. And don't you know frowning causes wrinkles? It causes wrinkles early. Yeah, smile. You can't take this red app serious. You can't take no app serious because you are in control of your peace, your joy, your happiness. So if anything is getting you all out, bent out of shape, you got the ability to click that button to say log off, sign out, or in. You have that ability. You don't have to stay somewhere that children, go to after school programs in the evenings for sports and stuff, and they have practices. So they calling like, "Mama, where you at? I'm ready to go." Yeah, sometimes I troll too, man. Like I said, this. If you get on this app and you take everything to heart, man, let me tell you something. All you doing is killing yourself slowly. And if somebody else life have you bent out of shape, then you really need to self-evaluate yourself. You know what I'm saying? Like, you need to sometimes take the mirror and point it at you, you know? But see, that's a lot of times that's the problem with a lot of people on here. With some people, they don't like to flip that mirror around and look at themselves. Okay? They don't like it. They don't like it. They don't like, let me tell you this, they don't like what's staring back at them. So in hindsight, they come out here and they deflect, they project their anger, their insecurities onto you. Is it fair? No. And that's when sometimes you just got to say, hey, I'm going to pray for you, because your issues is bigger than me. Your issues is even bigger than their issues is even bigger than them. But sometimes they refuse to sit in it and address it, because addressing it is going to cause them to sit in and have to take accountability. It's gonna have to also force them to sit down and say, hey, this is a part of my growth. A lot of people don't like growing. I don't know why. Because growing brings you peace. You ever think about you sitting in an area in your life where it's so traumatic and you just study dwelling in it? Okay, I'll check, Gloria. I'm driving right now, so I'll check it in a little bit, okay? Thank you so much too, Miss Gloria. Um, and at the end of the day, I forgot what I was about to say. At the end of the day, sometimes we wallow in our trauma, because sometimes wallowing in it garnishes sympathy, and not knowing that's not helping us grow. You know what I'm saying? It's not. Because think about it, somebody that's suffering with trauma, they're never at peace. They always want to fight. They always want to fuss. They're always in this survival or defense mode. Nobody can't say anything to them, because anything would tip them off and they go flying off the handle. It's okay to sit in your healing. It's okay. Nobody is going to bother you. Sometimes that's how God requires, just isolation. And sometimes he have to set you down to get that isolation, so that he can, hey, sit down, be still. It's just like a child. Be still. Listen. 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 You ever somebody locked up in prison and they being so bad and being so defiant, to where, hey, Miss Carrie, how you doing? They're being so defiant to where they if they're in prison, they go where? To solitary confinement. They're sitting in confinement by themselves. They're sitting in isolation, because I need you to cool down. I need you to think about what you're doing or what you have done. Sometimes that's how it is in life too. And you don't have to always wait for God to put you in confinement or isolation. But as you grow, it will come naturally, because growing and desiring peace is going to separate you from people. When you desire so much peace, it's going to separate you from people. It's going to close off your ear gates to gossip, discord, disdain, all of that stuff. Hey, Shantae, it's gonna cause you to not want to hear certain things. because your body starts to naturally protect itself. It starts to protect that peace that you desire, that you crave. You ever prayed to God for something so badly to where you look around and there's nobody around all of a sudden? To there's no one that you can reach out to, and so there's no one you can actually lean on. Sometimes God designed it that way. Because at the end of the day, you don't need nobody but him. When you look around and there's nobody, when there's absolutely nobody, when you can't even pick up the phone and call the same person that you have been helping, when you can't even get them on the line, and the whole time God is sitting there with his arms outstretched saying, come to me, my child, I got you. I got you. All I want you to do is trust me. And your whole life will change. I don't know what is happening in this season, but it's a lot of breakthroughs that's going on. It's a lot of breakthroughs and it's a lot of breakups. But the breakups had to happen to cause the breakthroughs. It had to happen. I used to always question God as to why things happen the way that they happen. Even in my life, and I'm quite sure some of you guys can attest to it too. Why things happen. It had to happen. It had to. Whether we want to believe it or not, it had to. There are blessings sometimes in the breaking. Anything that's supposed to go with you to the next level, God will make sure it goes. He ain't part. He ain't gonna tear it apart. He ain't gonna tear it apart. And sometimes you got to stand still and allow God to be God and do his thing. Take your hands off of it. Yeah. Sometimes you got to allow God to be God. I used to question God all the time. All the time. And I see people now, and you'll notice it as you get older. As you get older, you don't desire to have the same company around you all the time. Like me, once I be done work all week and everything, the weekend come, that belongs to me. I got teenagers. Guess where they're at? They're off in their rooms because they're either, my son likes the game, and my daughter, she's either, in the room with her friends or doing something or whatever. So they don't bother me. And I'm usually in my room, or either I'm journaling, or either I'm doing something, or either I'm just resting, or either I'm one with God. Sometimes my phone, this is the most my phone ever rings. when I'm getting off work. The weekend come, my phone don't ring at all. And I know that it's God. I know that it's God. I know that it's God. Sometimes we can be so busy with things in life, so we don't even stop to even give God the praise and glory and thanks. And I know sometimes it's not by fault. Sometimes we just be so busy. So we don't even sometimes think about it, you know? But as you elevate and go through life, you see how the devils flee, right? The devils flee, right? The numbers get to drop. And when you get to talking about God, see, and I'm going to tell you, this is how demonic. This is how demonic. Let me tell you, God is amazing. Listen, the devil will flee when you ain't talking about the right things, right? The devil will flee. That's why you have what you have going on now. And I'm not going to keep y'all on here long because I'm not going to do no 2 hours or anything. I'm trying to get in my house and get situated for work tomorrow. I got to do some errands before I even get home anyway. So I'm not going to keep y'all long. But sometimes we got to allow God to do God thing. You know what I'm saying? And even in life, that's why I said before, there's breakthroughs happening right here on this red app. There's breakthroughs happening. Believe it or not, but there's breakthroughs happening. And guess what? One happened last night. And that's not it. Guess what? This is only the beginning. This is only the beginning. Only the beginning. Because even as y'all pour into others, guess what? God blesses you tenfold. Sometimes we are meant to be on this earth just to be a blessing to others. And in return, God blesses you. Sometimes it may not always be monetary gains. Sometimes you never know when our card will be called, when our number will be called. By you blessing others, God could be sitting here saying, hey, let me go ahead and remove this cancer that's about to come into her body. Come on, y'all. Come on. Let me go ahead and add another 5 to 10 years onto her life. Because she just blessed somebody. Let me go ahead and remove this demon that's waking up beside her every day. Let me go ahead and put this wedge of protection around her son or daughter who's about to go out here and homeboy or the friend about to be in an accident. Let me put a wedge of protection around their child. Come on, y'all. There's breakthroughs happening right here on this app. And let me tell y'all, when the devil knows it, when the devil knows it, they will fight you like hell. And that's what we're witnessing in broad daylight. We're witnessing it. This the devil. Godly entities don't operate like this. God operate in a space of peace. Whenever God is blessing you or in the business of your breakthrough, the devil will fight you like hell, right? He will fight you like hell. And that's what you're seeing now. You ever seen, like in life yourself, like if you're going through things and you wondering like, dog, why are so many things happening? Why are so many things happening? Why are so many things happening? And sometimes we even forget what we pray and ask God for until you see things start happening and you thinking things are falling apart. But a lot of the times the things that you be done pray for and ask God for, and you get to that space in your life where God is beginning to start pour down his blessings, guess what? He's not gonna have people there getting your blessings by default. He's not. Sometimes some people do. Because sometimes he uses our very own enemies to bless us. But sometimes he have to move people and things out the way to pour down. And that's what happened last night. That's what we witnessed. We witnessed breakthrough last night. That's how God does things. That's why the devil fighting and tussling so much. That's why. That's why. And even when the devil can't get to you, guess what? He goes to who's next? He goes to what you love next, your children. This is what happening here. When they can't get to Amora, they come to y'all. They come at y'all. Y'all are the next things in line. That's what's happening. That's what's happening. Y'all are next in line. Y'all are next in line. That's what's happening. But it's okay. Because let them keep on. Let them keep on. And this ain't all to be. This ain't all. Like I said, this is just the beginning of it all. Just the beginning. There's more to come. The devil was so mad last night. Was so mad. The devil was so mad last night. Until they passed the damn road that they were supposed to go on. I'm telling you. They was too busy monitoring what was going on in Amora Live till they passed where they were supposed to be going. And see, that's the same way how people end up losing their blessings. Because they so focused on somebody else's blessings until they lose theirs. Prime example. Prime example. Prime example. So busy. Until they lose out on theirs. Because they're eyeballing you. They're eyeballing everything that you do. And not even focusing on their own. They're not even you over here paying attention to God and you listening to his direction. And you're being obedient to his word, right? But they're so busy over here looking at you. Looking at you. Looking at you, and God is the whole time tapping them on the shoulder saying, hey, I got a blessing for you too. All you got to do is be obedient. Listen to me. Listen to my voice. They're so busy that they can't even, they don't even have time to listen to God's voice because they're so consumed with anger and bitterness, today dismiss God's voice. They don't want to hear it. They don't even want to hear it. You think something godly is angry? No. You think something that is of God is in discord and passing their roads? No. Even though we can go and we're driving from time to time and everything of that nature, and we get out here and sometimes we pass roads or whatever, because sometimes we may not be paying into the directions and stuff. Something else could have us, confused or whatever. That can happen, yes. But last night what I witnessed was that of not an accident. It was because they witnessed, the devil witnessed blessing, and it made them mad as hell. Because I'm quite sure it was operating on two devices. I'm quite sure they was live and at the same time on another device looking at other blessings being poured out. See, let me tell you something. If y'all don't believe it, this is a prime example of God using your enemies as a footstool. This is the prime example. If y'all never believe God and the things in which He can do, and I'm not here to be religious or to preach to y'all or anything, but let me tell you something. I'm a person that believe in God. I'm a person that love God because He have done so much good things in my life. You hear me? So it's only right that I share it with y'all. It's only right. Yeah, that Miss Pam, listen, she was definitely operating on two devices. Definitely, definitely operating on two devices. And you know what I heard last night, y'all, and I'm not even trying to scare y'all. When I was listening to that lady last night, when I was listening, I couldn't even listen long because I had chills to go down my spine. But I actually heard a damn demon. You hear me? I'm telling y'all are not operating and y'all not dealing with flesh. Y'all not. Y'all not. Because I'm going to tell you why you're not. The spirit is who y'all fighting. It's not even making sense. Pay attention to the rambling. Pay attention to the rambling. Pay attention to the contradictions. Pay attention to the over and over and the twists and turns of the words. Pay attention. Y'all are dealing with something that's not even real. I'm telling y'all. That lady don't even know herself right now. She don't. She don't. And I'm not here to pick or to mock or anything. But I'm talking from a real standpoint. All jokes aside, I ain't laughing. I ain't cutting up or nothing. Because y'all know I like laugh and cut up. But I'm telling you. That lady, that ain't that lady. That y'all see, that y'all hear, that ain't her. That's a demon, y'all. That's a freaking demon. Pay attention to the verbiage. And I know some of y'all can't and y'all don't like listening to it. But pay attention to it. Pay attention to it. Because there's no reason. There is no reason for her to be out here spazzing out and crashing out like this. There is no absolutely rhyme or reason for her to be acting like this. There's no reason. That lady is consumed with evilness. That's what have taken over right now. Anybody that's not open to rationale and understanding, and you can't even get through to them, that's what you operating with. You operating something that is not human right now. I try to listen just before I even go live so that I can get an understanding. Because I'm about truth. I like to hear both sides. But I have yet to hear, why are you upset? I have yet to hear it. I have yet to hear it. Because all I hear is fighting words. All I hear is you antagonizing someone. That's it. That's all I hear. All I hear is insults, slurs being thrown. Now y'all tell me y'all dealing with somebody that's of human stance, that's constantly doing that? No. Not at people that once supported her. No. So it makes you question, was it even genuine? Was it even real? Or was you just faking all along? But let me tell you something. A sheep in wolf's clothes is one of the dangerous creatures there are. Exactly, 200. Exactly. 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 I'm telling y'all, y'all are not dealing with something of human nature right now. That's why it's not making sense. And like I said, when I listened to it today, and even the days before, and I said, something ain't right. Because I try to listen to understand, not to respond. Because at first I was responding, I was like, "Well, what's going on? How we get here? What's really going on?" You know. And I'm like, "Hold on, wait a minute." And then I stopped because I said, "Let me just listen for a moment. Let me just listen to get an understanding, and not to respond." Because sometimes we can respond and not listen. But when I started to listen, it didn't make sense. It didn't make sense. And I'm not saying for y'all to go back and listen to her live or whatever. Y'all can do it at your leisure or however y'all see fit to do it. But I'm quite sure some of y'all can in here can really attest to what I'm saying. Um, it don't make sense. Have y'all really saw somebody who was actually possessed by demons and how the way they ramble, and their words don't make sense? Let it do it what it's gonna do. It'll soon later get tired. It'll soon later get tired. Yep, you hear all you hear is hate spewing out that lady mouth, Bo. It's so it has consumed her. It has literally consumed her. And the bottom line to it all is the fact that she doesn't have the support. But whose fault is it? Whose fault is it? She, let me tell you something how karma works, right? She picked that Amber and literally told Amber she lost her platform in one day, right? She picked that Amber. Now look at her. You can't speak on people. You can't speak on people. She single-handedly did it to herself. She did it to herself. Nobody did it. She did it to herself because she been feeling this way. The mask finally dropped. The mask finally dropped. She couldn't take it no more. She couldn't take it no more. She couldn't take pretending no more. Exactly, Queen. Exactly. She became her own worst enemy. And that's what you're seeing now. She's fighting with herself, y'all. And at the end of the day, you just got to let her fight. Poor baby. Poor Tank. You got to let her fight with herself. Because that's what she's wrestling with. She's wrestling with her own demons, her own trauma. She's wrestling with it. Hey, Lacondas. Hey, look. She's wrestling with her own demons. So let her tussle with it. Let her tussle with it. There ain't no need for y'all to go in her comments and try to remind her of anything, because see, what's going to happen is she's going to use that to say, well, Amora, her supporters coming over under my community wall and saying this and saying that. So she's attaching y'all to Amora. So that's her excuse to continue attacking Amora. So you got to peep that too. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, let her continue to tussle with her own demons. This lady is in a fight with her life right now. Let her have it. Let her have it. Let her have it. Y'all continue to do what y'all do, and that's continue to pour into the one that you need to pour into and the person that you support. Let her have it. Let her have it. You can't, when you're a Christian faith and you believe in God as your savior, you know God will always tell you, take your hand off of it. You got to take your hand off of that. Take your hand off of it. The people that she's even looking for support, they don't even deal with her. They don't. Mm-mm. Because they're sick of hearing it. They're sick of hearing it. I wish my mama would come out here on this red app carrying on the way that she carrying on. Exactly, Lady V. I just was saying that. I just was saying that before you came in. Yeah, Lacondas, yeah, like I said, y'all, listen, I'm telling y'all not dealing with nothing that is in the real form right now. Y'all not. So no matter how much you go over there and you try to reason or correct her or anything, you're not dealing with a real person right now, y'all. Y'all dealing with a spirit. Hey, Banky Bank, y'all dealing with a spirit. Yeah, that's what they're doing, Queen. That's exactly what they're doing. That's exactly what they're doing. But you know, the devil laughs at you. The devil will trick you out your spots. The devil will have you thinking you bigger. The devil have you whisper in your ear, why are you over here with them? Don't you know you got your own platform and you can make it big on your own platform? You can make it big. Not knowing that she was getting blessed the whole time. Sometimes you can be too greedy. That's when money becomes the root, because you'll do anything for it. Money any other time ain't. Because if you giving generously, or you doing something like you supposed to do with your money, or whatever the case may be, or you earn, you getting out here working, then money is not the root. Nothing. You pay attention to her live, she's not making sense. But then she has people that are operating in the same spirit that's agreeing because of their disdain too, of their disdain. So that's exactly what's happening. But as I close this out, y'all, because I do have to run into the store. Um, and like I said, I have to run some errands before I even get home. But let her be. Let her be. Let her be. You hear it now? Cause I had a phone call, Miss Pam. Like I said, my phone ring. This is the most my phone ever ring. Like while I'm at work, and I usually have free time sometimes throughout the day. My phone don't buzz. The minute I get off, must be all the telemarketers or the scammers or the spam callers get together and they have communion and want to call my phone. Thank you. But even going forward, yeah, like I say, y'all not dealing with nothing of human form, man. Y'all not. And that's the scary thing about it. That's the scary thing about it. Yeah. So, but as I close this out, you guys, I want to thank each and every one of you guys for coming in. If you haven't subscribed, please hit that subscribe button for me. Please hit that subscribe button for me. If you want to send a cash app before you leave, the cash app is pinned right up to the top. Do as you please, whatever you can. If not, hit that like button. It's greatly appreciated. Um, I really appreciate you all for coming in. For those that did send a cash app, I thank you so much. I haven't been home yet to even stop to really look to see if anything was sent. But I thank you all who have. Um. Oh, okay. Well, be safe, Miss Pam. I'm just getting in my town, so I had to run to the store before I even make it home. I had to make it run in this here in this store in this madness. Thank you so much, Queen. Like I said, as I go with this platform, I'm gonna try to see if I can at least invite people up on the platform. Let's see if I can do it here. Let's see. Oh yeah, I can invite guests. Okay. Okay. I can invite guests. So let me see if I pin it. Okay. So that's the link. If I'm ever on it. Now I don't know how to do it once you get from there, but oh, it say to copy it. So let's see. Okay. I was looking at this settings. Hey Miss Sonia, how are you doing? Oh, you was working from home, Miss Pam. Okay, I thought you said you was just getting off, but you working from home. Okay. 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 But y'all, um I'm gonna end this. Like I said, I'm trying to get into this store, and I don't want to walk around with y'all in the store because I don't want people to think I'm talking to myself. For they be to do a baker's act on me. Listen, they're like, come get this crazy lady out the store here. She talking to herself. You know, a lot of people don't understand content creation, and some people do. I mean, that's the way now. It's 2026. That's what a lot of people do. Nowadays. But so for some people, they don't understand. They just look at your food up. But yeah, I want to thank each and every one of you guys. Y'all stay sucker free. And listen, don't forget to continue to pour into your girl. Continue your loyalty. Continue your support. Don't let nobody get out here and tell you what not to do because you can do it. And let them, they'll be all right. Let them continue to hear her Amora's famous song. Let them continue to hear it because guess what? They're gonna be in the bushes every single time. They're gonna be hanging out in the trees every single time. I may laugh and giggle and play and cut up sometimes, but sometimes I can be very real when I need to be. So, it can go both ways. I'm not the type to be arguing and carrying on all the time and getting in my feelings. Now, like I said, if I need to, then yeah. But most of the times I like to cut up. I like to have fun, y'all. I don't like to be angry all the time. That takes up too much energy. Too much energy. But y'all stay sucker free. I enjoyed you. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you again for coming into the live, for stopping in, whether you were driving. I hope you make it to your destination safe and sound. If you are out driving, if you're just listening, thank you for taking the time out to listen. Okay, I appreciate you all, and I want y'all to have a good night. But I'm gonna send y'all out with Amora's famous theme song, baby. Listen, Amora, don't hit me live now. I'm just supporting you, honey. Don't hit me live. don't hit me live, baby. But this song had Ashley, y'all got him in a chokehold, baby. Good evening, y'all.
Yeah.
But
she talk too much shit for me.
Talk way too much shit.
Like
bitches want to talk shit.
How I pull up on you? You don't come outside.